Hello, I'm the story lady. Tonight I'm going to read the story of Hugless Douglas and the Big Sleep. It's one of my favourites. Here's the pictures. Can you see all those sheep? What are they doing? Douglas was packing all his things for Rabbit's sleepover. He had a lot of stuff, but there was plenty of room at Rabbit's. He packed his honeybee pyjamas, a toothbrush, and a storybook. He was very excited. I hope Rabbit reads a bedtime story, thought Douglas as he set off into the woods. His bag was very heavy with all of his things. First, he got stuck, and then he got lost. He climbed up the nearest tree to see where he was. Only the tree he chose was quite thin and very bendy. Snap! Ouch! Douglas crashed to the ground and nearly squashed Little Sheep. Hello, said Douglas. I'm going to Rabbit's for sleepover, but I'm lost. I know the way, Little Sheep squeaked. Douglas smiled. Why don't you come along too? There's plenty of room at Rabbit's. Douglas scrambled out of the bush and brushed himself down. Funny, he thought. My bag feels even heavier now. At last, they arrived at Rabbit's house. Twoo-to-wit, you won't fit, hooted Owl. I only brought one little friend, said Douglas, and there's a plenty of room at Rabbit's. What about us? Cried the sheep. Oh. Rabbit was very happy to see everyone. I love having sheep for sleepovers, she laughed, as she waved them all into her house, one by one. Your front door looks very small, barred a little sheep. Nonsense, said Rabbit. There's plenty of room. Poor Douglas. They pushed. They pulled. I don't think it's working, Douglas said. Oh, wait a minute, cried Rabbit, snapping her fingers. I'll dig a bigger hole. There now, puffed Rabbit. Isn't that cosy? Douglas wasn't so sure. When are you going to read us a bedtime story, Rabbit? Yes, when are you going to read us a bedtime story, Rabbit? Asked Little Sheep. As soon as I get in, Rabbit replied. Budge up. Everyone shuffled and nudged and squeezed about. There is no more room at Rabbit's, cried Douglas. Little Sheep brushed his tickly fleece against Douglas's big round nose. Achoo! Out popped the sheep. Bong, 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 bong. Ba-doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was sheep all over the place. Douglas gathered them together and looked around. There's plenty of room out here, he said. So Douglas and the sheep settled down and listened to read Rabbit's story. Once upon a time, Rabbit began, there was a big sleepover, and one by one They all closed their eyes and fell asleep. The end. Now this bit at the back of the book is one of my favourites. Do you want a closer look? Look at those. Look at the different hugs. All the different hugs we could have. Pyjama hug! Glow-in-the-dark gadgets. Wham, 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 wham. These are all things you could pack for a sleepover. Slippers. A blankie. Storybook. Toothbrush. Woolly socks. Teddy bear. Over this page as well. Midnight snacks. Earphones. A cuddly toy. Dressing gown. With 3 sheep in. A musical alarm clock. Wake up. A friend. You could take a friend. You could take a friend when you go for a walk. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this. This is one of my favourite books. There's lots of Hugless Douglases out there, and they're brilliant reads. Hugless Douglas Goes to Little School. Hugless Douglas Happy Birthday. Happy Christmas, Hugless Douglas. There's so many. He's even got his own website. So, if you go onto Hugless Douglas website, they have got colouring in things, free printables, information. It's fabulous. So, I will see you again soon for The Story Lady. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it very much. Keep reading and just make sure your imagination stays with you and stays alive.